In this video, you're going to be getting a private behind-the-scenes tour of Burgers Ocean, a tropical coral reef aquarium that holds 8 million liters of water. It's the largest living coral reef in Europe. Burgers Ocean is just one exhibit here at Burgers Zoo, which contains 45 total hectares of eco-displays, all located in the town of Arnhem in the Netherlands. We traveled here to meet up with the curator of aquatics at Burgers Zoo, Max Janse. He's been here for over 20 years, since the very beginning, when it was literally just an empty space. It's safe to say he's the man behind this incredible project, and you're about to hear from him on how he and his team did it.
This view is absolutely insane. How many total gallons is this reef tank?
This is about 200,000 gallons. So here, in the window, near the window, it's 6 meters, 18 feet deep.
So this is the third largest reef tank in the world.
Yeah.
It just keeps going back until you really can't see anymore. This looks like an organ, like a church organ.
Yeah, it's a heliopora. It's a blue coral. So if you break it, it's blue inside.
Now you get like a whole different perspective. Right now we're walking literally over the aquarium. You can basically walk all around the reef. Wow, this is a really cool view right here. And you can really now here see just how far down it drops. Point the camera straight down.
I can remember my first working day here that the director told me, and we were looking at the big room here. There was nothing in it yet, and he said, and here I would like to have a coral reef. Do you mean with living corals? Yeah, for sure, with living corals. I said, well, this has never been made before, eh? Exactly, that's what he wanted.
So you said the aquarium is 22 years old.
Yeah.
And you've been working here since it was built?
Yeah, when I came here, the building was already there, but there was no water, there was no scenery, no filtration, no animals, so I could really be part of the whole team to build it. So that was a journey that is still going on. I mean, that's the challenge of such a big tank. It will never end, this journey.
What are some of the challenges that come with like having such a deep aquarium?
Yeah, light is one of the things, and enough water movement is one of the things. But I think the biggest issue is a good chemical equilibrium in such a big tank. Everything changes very slowly, and if you have a problem, you're always too late because you cannot change it. It takes a long time to change anything.
What about coral warfare? All these corals growing into each other? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, so we do need to prune. So we need to take out many corals. So that's an issue. To be honest, I 20 years back when we started, I would never have dreamt it would be so nice as how it's looking at the moment. I mean, the corals are growing so big, I would never have dreamt it would be like this. So this is the coral reef tank from the top here.
It's like a totally different aquarium from up here.
It is.
I mean, we are standing 20, 30 feet above the surface of the water. Why is it built up so high like this? Basically this open concept, you have a lot of space.
Yeah, very spacious.
If you jump in, I mean, that would be an interesting jump.
Please don't.
How many different species of coral are in here?
Between 90 and 100 species of stony coral in this tank.
Wow. How many different fish are in here?
60, 65.
Species of fish?
Yeah, but I think it's between 600 and 800 fish are in this tank as a maximum, yeah.
So from up here, you can really get an idea of just how big some of these coral colonies are.
I think it took about 10 years before it really started to grow properly. Yeah, some are nearly 15, 17 years old now. Yeah, if you turn around here, look at the Montes, for example.
Oh my gosh. It is a totally different aquarium from up here. Look at the colony of manticoras. That right there is like the size of a car. It looks like a bouquet of flowers. So this is like really what it looks like more so in the wild. What's the oldest coral and the oldest fish in this system?
Some fish are here from the beginning, so they are here 22, 23 years already, from day one.
It looks really like a real coral reef. Today we're here with my younger brother Yanni and also Alex from Abiz. They actually use your pumps here in the aquarium. I see a whole lot of lights hanging. Tell me about the lighting on the aquarium.
Big ones here are all metal halides, 2000 watt. So you see different types of LED everywhere around in the tank.
Can you pick it up, Alex?
Yeah, I can. It's like 30 kilos, 60 pounds.
So you gotta hang that thing.
We do have some moons on here as well, which follow the moon cycle outside. This way we create really a moon cycle on this tank. Yeah, we always try to copy nature here. But if I look now in nature, I think half of the reefs are getting really into trouble. So we don't want to copy nature in that perspective. So that's why we try to be better than nature. And that's the big challenge now. So from here we go to the sharks. This is the biggest tank. Yeah, this is a 3 million liter tank. 4 species of sharks in here. We have a blacktip shark, gray reef shark, blacktip reef sharks, and you see on the top there, the wreck, a leopard shark.
So yeah, you can see a bunch of sharks swimming right up in the front, but then I can't really tell how big the aquarium is because it just fades to darkness.
Yeah, so this tank going to the back is about 17 meters. Yeah, what we want to create here is that you stand on the edge of a reef and look into the blue, and now and then see a shark. These fish are swimming 24 hours a day.
Sharks basically have to keep moving to stay alive.
While these sharks, the zebra shark, which is laying on the wreck, they can sleep for 23 hours a day. If they lay on the ground for 2 days, they're dead. They need to swim to get water through their gills. And here we have a hidden door.
What's this door?
Shall we go to the barber shop?
What's in the barber shop? What? There's an elevator? I thought I was going into a barber shop. I'm in an elevator. So right now we're going upstairs to the top of the aquarium.
Let's have a look at the shark tank.
Wow. So big. What you don't realize from the bottom is that you can't see about 2/3 of the aquarium. This big tarp right here to help block the light.
Yeah, that's the secret here. So we don't want to have lights in the back of the tank, and that creates this endless depth for the visitor. That's exactly what we want, so that the sharks are really coming from the blue or disappearing in the blue. That's what we want to create here. This is a 3 million liter tank, so it's quite a big volume for these sharks. So here, if we jump in the water, it's about 6.5 meters deep.
Okay.
And if you want to swim to the other side, it's about 33 meters.
But you really cannot get an idea of just how massive this tank is unless you're viewing it from up top. I mean, this is crazy. 3 million liters. This is enormous. You have all these platforms. What are the platforms for?
But this is a feeding platform. So Mike and Anouk are going to feed the eagle rays now. So it's really cool to have a look there.
All right. Awesome.
Because all the sharks and all the rays have their own diet.
These animals, the eagle rays and the rays that you're seeing, these are part of the family of fish called elasmo rays?
Yeah, and that's the sharks, the rays, and the chimera. Chimera are very strange fish, mostly from the deeper seas. So we have a special feeding platform where we feed the eagle rays. The eagle rays are really fun because we are very, very successful in breeding the eagle rays. Many are endangered in the wild.
Wow. You don't realize just how big these guys are until you're from up top. I mean, look at how big that animal is. There's dunk buckets all across the outer edge of this aquarium. It's interesting. I guess it helps with water movement, and it also helps disguise the surface so they can't really see up into the behind the scenes and basically all the pipes and everything. Movie magic, but aquarium magic. Yeah, you really got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yanni.
This is our tunnel tank. So we slowly went up again. There's one of the stingrays.
You don't really still get the perspective of how big it is, but it's huge.
She's about this size.
Yeah.
And the biggest eagle ray is about this size. That's her. Well, we are backstage now, and maybe it's good to have a quick look here in our quarantine.
Yeah. Gotcha. This is where the animals come before?
Yeah, when they come from other public aquaria, or if we have young downstairs, they can go in here as well. Currently have one ray here in quarantine.
Oh, hey.
Just came from Switzerland. We keep him here for a minimum of 2 months if he's feeding okay, growing okay, no disease issues, and only then he can go into the aquarium.
Gotcha. Hey, he's coming to say hi.
So this is the other quarantine room. This is much more smaller tanks. So here we can do different things like having sick animals, which are in here, in these systems here. Or having animals that are born in the aquarium, which will go somewhere else.
That's cool though. So basically, every once in a while, you just have some extras that you can donate to other zoos and aquariums.
Yeah, and it's cool when you can share all these animals with each other. Eh?
Yeah.
This is a system for corals. So they are illegal corals.
What kinds of corals are illegal here?
Nearly all the Sony corals are illegal if you don't have the right paperwork. So we have an agreement with the Dutch government that if they confiscate corals, they will come to us, and then this happens.
Sure.
Some very cool species here.
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot of illegal coral. Jeez, what's going on? People got to get their permits. So these are sun corals. Believe it or not, when I was 12 years old and I got my first tank, this is the first coral I bought.
Really? Oh yeah.
Little did I know it's like one of the hardest corals to keep. What are these real quick?
They're all exoskeletons from animals that have been living in our aquarium. These crabs all need to molt to grow. So every time they grow.
Wow, that's like a perfect molt.
This is the heart of the aquarium because this is where we make our own seawater.
Ah. This is a lot of salt, Max.
Yeah, we just get a truckload twice a year of this salt.
All of this stuff right here, what is this for?
We have in total 10 aquaria downstairs for the visitors.
Yeah.
So we also have 10 different filters to clean the water.
Do you do water changes?
We do water change, but it's quite expensive to make our own seawater. And all the new water which is taken out of the coral reef tank is used in the fish system.
Ah.
Because it's still perfect water.
So that'll help the water last. Pretty long time.
Yeah. Often what you see is that in a public aquarium, the filtration is downstairs.
Yeah.
And we turn it around.
Right, you guys, everything is upstairs. How are you getting all this water up?
Yeah, so there are pumps at the water surface that bring the water up to this floor here. And then it first is going through a protein skimmer. From there it's going to a trickling tower, and this is our biological filtration. We have a cooling and a heating, and then it goes back into the aquarium. That's the base for each system we have.
Alex, where are the pumps?
Yeah.
We are looking for pumps that use as less electricity as possible to move a lot of water.
Everybody's aware of we need to save energy, and if people would know how much energy a public aquarium uses up, they'd all be very angry at Max. So that's why we are working on using our pumps.
Wow.
We've been testing that here for more than a year now.
Yeah.
So that's almost 1/3 of the energy.
We would like to give an experience of how it would be to go into a coral reef. So what we try in the whole aquarium is that you don't see any technique. So as less lighting as possible, or pump or filtration. These are bad fish.
A lot of bad fish. And then did I see there's a wobby gong in it?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
There is one there, yeah.
It's a type of shark.
Yeah.
They swim really funny, which is why I know that. But he's perched on that rock and he blends in so well. He looks really peaceful and chill, but he'll open his mouth real big and just absolutely crush any fish. Does he eat the fish in here?
Well, most fish are too big for him. I think if he has the chance and we have some more smaller fish in here, they will be gone. Yeah.
And we have some barracuda.
Barracudas, yeah.
But they can move really fast, right?
Oh yeah. If we feed them, it's going. They're curious.
And there's a big grouper too.
That's a very big grouper. Yeah, very curious one.
There's some really cool Legos.
Yeah. So there are many creatures from the ocean that we would like to show in Lego. Kids will love it. They really love it.
I love it.
These are quite big displays, so it's quite nice just to stroll around it.
The zoo is popular with both Dutch and German people, which is why all the signage here is in 3 languages: Dutch, German, and English. So besides the aquarium, there's a safari, a tropical bush, a desert zone, and tons of outdoor enclosures with lions, tigers, reptiles, and over 8,000 animals representing 500 different species. Burger Zoo is known for its eco displays, which reflect the natural environments of the animals as realistically as possible. We got to watch animals do crazy things like be born, chase each other around, and get into fights. So the final exhibit you're gonna get to see is Burger's mangrove. And I think you guys are really gonna like this. This is the largest indoor mangrove in the world. They have manatees.
Whoa.
For the first time in my life, I saw manatees. The floor dips down here and there's an acrylic viewing panel, so you get such an incredible perspective from both above the water and inside it, almost as if it's an aquarium. These guys are so cool to watch, and there was even a baby. Pretty adorable. Burger's mangrove was designed to resemble a mangrove in Belize and imitates tidal waters. One animal that was so much fun to watch was the fiddler crab. These fiddler crabs play in the mud and challenge each other to fights, constantly on the move, and they have so much more personality than you'd ever expect. The other amazing animal in this mangrove area are the butterflies. They're flying around in abundance, they're in constant motion. By walking through this pavilion, it's an immersive experience, and you're getting to feel the sensations of a totally exotic ecosystem.
Is that a bat?
I don't know.
It is looking at us. We need to get out of here. What is... Oh. We are in nature right now.
Oh, hello.
That thing is beautiful. They almost look like they're like covered in oil or something. Whoa. Dude, there are some crazy birds in here. Some of the birds in here I've never seen in my entire life. Subscribe to my channel for more videos here in Europe from the biggest and best zoos and aquariums. George, out.